There is a breaking point in every man's mind.
And right now, the world is breaking yours.
Here is the Navy SEAL protocol to break them instead.
Welcome to mental warfare.
Look, if you want to break others, you first have to understand the universal mechanism of collapse, that precise point where the will to fight just disintegrates.
It all starts with what we call the 40% rule. And let me be clear, this is not motivation. This is a diagnosis of a universal human weakness. Your mind, it's designed to protect you, to make you quit long before your body is actually done.
That number, 40%, it represents a neurological illusion. It's a safety governor, installed in your brain to keep you from experiencing real pain, real suffering. Most people's so-called limit is just a lie they tell themselves. Your job is to bypass it.
This is the whole reframe. An average person, they hit this wall and they just stop. But an elite operator, they recognize it as the real start of the fight. That feeling of exhaustion, it's not an obstacle, it's a signal that your opponent is about to feel the exact same thing, and that is your opportunity.
So, that surplus capacity, it has to be weaponized. Let's analyze how UFC champion Khabib Nurmagomedov psychologically dismantled his opponents right in the middle of a fight.
See, victory isn't just physical. While he's pinning his opponent, Khabib isn't just trash-talking. He's holding full-blown conversations. He's framing the fight as inevitable, he's offering a merciful way out, and then he turns and talks to a third party. This shows a massive cognitive surplus. It says, I can manage this fight and my career while you can barely breathe. That is dominance.
This is the ultimate expression of volitional dominance. After months of insults from McGregor, Khabib gets him in a dominant position and says, let's talk now. He demands a conversation that McGregor is physically incapable of having. He silenced the best trash talker in the world with pure force and then commanded him to speak. That is how you break a man's will.
Wait, but isn't that just cruel?
Cruelty is irrelevant. This is not about feelings. This is about outcomes. You don't need motivation. Motivation is a temporary fix, a cheap high that vanishes at the first sign of real difficulty. It's crap. You need obsession, a deep-seated, all-consuming drive that operates completely independent of your emotional state.
The goal isn't to inflict pain. Pain is just a tool. The real goal is to own their will, to engineer the total collapse of their desire to fight back until you can see their soul leave their eyes. All right, now for the framework. This is the protocol to become the predator.
Taking souls, it's a strategic transfer of energy. You break their will simply by demonstrating that yours is unbreakable. You outperform them so dramatically, so completely, that they start to question their own ability to even compete.
The protocol itself is brutally simple. First, you identify what makes your opponent comfortable, their pace, their routine, their safe space, whatever it is. Second, you systematically destroy it. You work when they sleep, you run when they walk, you smile when they grimace. Third, you watch their eyes. And the moment you see their hope extinguish, you don't let up. You accelerate.
But what if I'm tired? What if I'm the one suffering too?
Your suffering is the entire point. It's not an obstacle, it is the fuel. Misery is where you find the power. When everyone else is quitting, when the conditions are at their absolute worst, that is where you find the energy to dominate.
Mercy is a weakness that you grant to yourself. Your own pain has to be weaponized against the competition. No mercy.
This is the final tactical layer. You don't just endure the pain, you perform inside of it. You shatter their expectations of your limits. You show high spirits when everyone expects suffering. You make them watch you do what they thought was impossible. It creates psychological shock and awe. And really, this is a mind game you win with yourself first. Their collapse is just the collateral damage.
You have to understand this. Every single interaction is combat. Every conversation, every meeting, every negotiation, it's a contest of wills. This protocol, it applies to everything.
Subscribe for clarity. There's no cheap motivation here.